Good morning, afternoon, evening, friends and family, loved ones. This is your friend Kelly, and we got a small order in from White Mountain Knives today. These are just empty boxes. I didn't feel like repackaging them after opening them and doing them. And we'll do the Kizer first. No, let's do the CJRB first. It's the DoubleTap, which was for Brian. And this is D2 blue aluminum handled scales with green pops of accent color. And if you guys haven't seen this, this is a big, beefy blade. If you like a big, full belly, solid knife, I forget what they call this lock. I know it's not a shark lock because, of course, that's Demco, but it's that with a dual access, and it is a hefty, chunky beast. If you like a big, bulky knife, which Brian does, that's a good handful. The only thing he doesn't like is if you put your thumb out there, you can actually, if you pull your thumb back without thinking about it, you can, disengage the lock. Oops, I hit the box. But this is a chunker. And I don't, if I can reverse flick it. I thought it, with the springs and the size of it, I wouldn't be able to reverse flick it, but I can. I probably can't reverse flick it if I have it angled up, but I think these are around 60-ish, 70-ish bucks, and use your favorite YouTuber's code and save 10%. So if you like a big bulky knife, check out what they have. Again, that is the DoubleTap. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but that's... Now mine is the Kizer Outposter. Yeah, Outposter. Which is, of course, nowhere near the size of Brian's. But this is a crossbar lock or access lock or whatever locking mechanism they like to call theirs. With the micarta clutch lock. Theirs is a clutch lock with the micarta vortex handle scales, which me and Brian have. Brian's been more of a kick on this type of handle material, but this one has more of a bluish, purplish, pinkish, OD green mix. Which I actually, it spoke to me. So that was one for me, and it's in Nitro V. That, to me, it's a me size. It's right there in my sweet spot. If I choked up, which normally, honest with you, I don't normally choke up on my knives. It's very, very infrequently. If I have a full grip, good grip on it, I usually stay on the handle material itself without choking up. But at the time, and it might have been a one-day only thing because I went back to check today and they did not have any, or they may have had limited quantity and it was only while supplies lasted. They had some freebies. And one was a denim knife pouch, which, technically it has 6 full size, depending on the size of the knives, and 3 there, and like one that would be more pen size, or heck, let's see, chapstick. Nope, the chapstick I think would be a little bit too. But this is a tactile turn. If you wanted to do a tactile turn pin in there, that is literally, if you have one, which a lot of people do that do pins, that is literally about the tallest you would want to go for those. Let me try my Olight pin for, I don't know if you can, nope, it won't go it goes to the clip, but the clip doesn't do on the shorter version. But it is one you could do with the top version, of course. But just to give you an idea. Attitude adjuster. You can fit the attitude adjuster in there. So if you have one of those, depending on the thickness of it, depending on the thickness of your attitude adjuster, you can work that in there to let you know. What else do I have? Which one is this? I never can remember. i3TOS, maybe? Hold on. Yes, i3TEOS. You can fit that in there also. So that gives you an idea of what works. The little keychain light, if you have that and have a little lanyard on there to make it easier to pull out, you could do that also. So there's quite a few different lights and pins that would fit here. Honestly, if I did this, I would just pick one pocket or the other to do it in. Doubling it up, I don't think there's enough give to be able to carry that. I mean, yeah, you could probably end up doing but I would like to be able to actually kind of roll it, maybe just have a couple items in there. But it was free, so I'm great with that. Now, something else I got was free. Like I said, it was with a Kizer purchase. Is a little Kizer bead. And I don't know if you can see it. It does say Kizer right there in the orange. And let's see here. Let me UV light it. It is a glow bead blue glow. So it's actually blue and orange. The orange doesn't glow, but the bead does. So that's actually pretty cool. That'll probably make it on a future knife being added on. But like I said, it was free. I ain't gonna complain. And I got it added in. It's to my collection of beads for future endeavors that I do. And the last thing that was another freebie item, which honestly I was kind of hoping I was but wasn't hoping that it would come in my colors, because if it wasn't, it was going to be added to a giveaway. But it was a crystallized type pry bar multi-tool, and yes, it's a blue to purple, the blue to purplish blurple coloration. So that is my color zone of colors that I like. You know what? I wonder. No. I was wondering if this might work as a bit driver, but it is too small. So if you're wondering if you're going to get one of these pry bars, that is not a bit driver size. The second step on that would work. But this is more a little pry bar, bottle opener type deal is what I would do. I mean, yes, you can do like a couple inches for the measuring on there, but I would use it more as a decorative piece and or, like I said, a little pry bar. And yes, tweezers. And I'm assuming a toothpick. So they do come with those also. If you like these little types of things for little gadgets and gadgets to hang on, and I would just use that to tie a loop, lanyard on, whatever, to hook it, to be able to grab it and pull it wherever you need to. But altogether, it says this is 2.79 inches, which I think that's... Where's my measuring tape? Oh, oops. I've got multiple measuring tapes here. And let's see here, it's going to the end. Yeah, I guess it is roughly 2 3/4 inches. You do have a small flat head. I mean, it's one of those trying to see what all is on here, because figuring some of them out can always be fun. But cool little pry bar. It's called a pack bar, PAC-BAR. Titanium crystallized with acrylic inlay, which of course that's the acrylic inlay. Was that an extra protection for it? I don't know, but it's cool and it's my colors, so I was happy to get this. Now, whether or not I decide to keep it or do it as a giveaway, I don't know. I've got a lot of different pry bars. I've got more ones that are solid to use as pry bars. You know, let's see here. This one, I need to try it. No, that's not it. That's not the one. But I've got multiple pry bars that I keep back here and use depending on what I need and how much of a thin edge I need for it. It's... If anybody's taken apart knives, you know sometimes you need that little bit of a wedge to help wiggle something loose, and that does happen. So, but anyway, this was a recent pickup. Literally got it in the mail today, which was June the 12th, Friday the 12th. And if you haven't checked them out, you may want to. The Outposter, oh my goodness, that thing is huge, and the DoubleTap. But like I said, the extra gimmies that they had, I checked today and they did not have that available anymore. I'm sorry. I was hoping that they would so I could tell you guys that they were available as of today. But like I said, it might have been something limited while available, and or maybe a one-day special that they did. I'm not sure. But you guys have a wonderful day. Many hugs, many kisses, much love. Your friend Kelly. Bye-bye.